Welcome to CyberExplain channel. Today we are going to discuss SSO and MFA, supercharge your security and user experience. Hey there, and welcome back to CyberExplain. Today, we are tackling a topic that's super important for both security pros and everyday users, single sign-on, or SSO, and multi-factor authentication, MFA. You know, those things that can make your digital life so much easier while keeping the bad guys out. We'll break down how they work, why they matter, and some practical tips you can use right away. So grab your coffee, and let's dive in. Ever felt like you are spending half your day just typing in usernames and passwords? That's where single sign-on, or SSO, swoops in to save the day. The basic idea is simple. You log in *once to one system and it automatically lets you access all the other applications and services you are supposed to have access to. Think of it like having a master key for your digital kingdom instead of a whole keyring of individual keys. So, why is SSO so popular? For users, it's a no-brainer. Fewer passwords to remember means less frustration and more time actually doing work. For organizations, it's a huge win for security and efficiency. By centralizing authentication, it's easier to manage who has access to what, and it reduces the risk of weak or reused passwords. Plus, it makes onboarding new employees a breeze. Just give them access to the SSO system and they're good to go. Now, while SSO is fantastic, it's not without its potential downsides. The biggest one. If that single SSO account gets compromised, an attacker could potentially gain access to everything connected to it. It's like a single point of failure. This is why it's crucial to secure that initial SSO login with strong authentication, something we'll get to in a bit. Ever wondered how SSO actually works behind the scenes? It relies on some pretty clever protocols. You'll often hear about SAML, OAuth, and OpenID Connect. SAML is a bit of an older workhorse, often used for enterprise SSO. OAuth is more about authorization letting an app access your data on another service without sharing your password. And OpenID Connect. It builds on OAuth to provide a standard way to get user identity information. They're the magic glue that makes SSO possible across different applications. Security Assertion Markup Language, or SAML, is really common for federated identity. Imagine you want to access a SaaS application from a different company. SAML lets your company, the identity provider, or IDP, send a secure assertion to the SaaS company, the service provider, or SP, saying, yep, this user is who they say they are, and they're allowed to access this. It's all done without your actual password ever leaving your company's control. OAuth is less about who you are and more about what you can do. Think about when an app asks to log in with Google or log in with Facebook. That's usually OAuth in action. It allows that app to access specific parts of your profile, like your email address or public profile info, without giving the app your Google or Facebook password. You grant permission for specific actions, and you can revoke it later. It's all about delegated authority. OpenID Connect, or OIDC, is built on top of OAuth 2.0. Its primary job is to verify the user's identity and provide basic profile information in an interoperable and REST-like manner. It's what often powers the log-in with Google or similar buttons for web and mobile apps. It makes getting user identity information simple and standardized, which is super handy for developers. SSO is great for convenience, but as we mentioned, securing that initial login is paramount. That's where Multi-Factor Authentication, or MFA, comes in. MFA is all about making it way harder for unauthorized folks to get into your accounts. Instead of just one layer of security, you've got multiple, independent layers. It's like having a security guard, a locked door, and a vault for your most valuable data. You'll often hear MFA and two-factor authentication or TUFA used interchangeably, and for good reason. Basically, TUFA is a asterisk type asterisk of MFA that uses exactly asterisk to asterisk factors. MFA is the broader term that can mean 2, 3, or even more factors. The important thing is using more than one asterisk different type asterisk of factor. For example, using two passwords isn't TUFA, it's just to something you know factors, which doesn't add much security. The core of MFA revolves around three categories of authentication factors: something you know, something you have, and something you are. To be considered strong MFA, you need to combine at least two of these different categories. Let's break them down. This is your classic password, PIN, or security question answers. It's information only you are supposed to know. While super common, it's also the most vulnerable because these no factors can be guessed, phished, or stolen through data breaches. That's why it's almost never recommended as the sole factor of authentication anymore. This is about having a physical item. Think of a security token, like a YubiKey, a smartphone receiving a one-time code via SMS, or an authenticator app, like Google Authenticator or OAuth, or even a smart card. The attacker needs to not only steal your password, but also physically possess your token or phone to get in. It adds a crucial layer of security. This is where biometrics come in, your unique physical characteristics. Fingerprints, facial recognition, iris scans, voice patterns. The idea is that these are incredibly difficult for someone else to replicate. While convenient, there are privacy and security considerations, like what happens if your biometric data is compromised? Can you reset your fingerprint? Probably not. Let's look at a real example. Imagine a large university dealing with thousands of students and faculty, all with accounts for everything from email to course registration. After experiencing a surge in credential stuffing attacks, where attackers try stolen passwords from other sites, the university decided to implement MFA for all accounts. The result? A dramatic drop in unauthorized access incidents. Students and faculty now use their password plus a code from an Authenticator app on their phone. This simple change made a massive difference in protecting their digital campus. So, how do these factors combine in the real world? A very common setup is something you know, your password, plus something you have, a code from your Authenticator app or an SMS message. Another could be something you know, password, plus something you are, fingerprint scan. The key is that they come from different categories. You wouldn't use two different passwords, as that's still just something you know. When you combine SSO and MFA, you get the best of both worlds. SSO provides that seamless access across applications, reducing the password burden. MFA then adds a robust layer of security to the initial SSO login. This means users can hop between apps easily, but the system is much more resilient against attacks that try to compromise credentials. To really get the most out of MFA and ensure it's effective, there are some best practices. First, choose methods that are convenient for your users, or they won't adopt them. Second, educate your users on why MFA is important and how to use it. Third, consider risk-based MFA. For less sensitive actions, maybe a single factor is okay, but for high-risk operations, require more. And finally, have a clear process for lost or stolen devices. Let's visualize SAML. A user wants to access app B. Their browser redirects to IDP, your company's SSO. IDP authenticates the user, maybe with password plus MFA. IDP then generates a SAML assertion and sends it back to the browser, which then sends it to app B. App B trusts the IDP's assertion and logs the user in. All without app B ever seeing the user's password. When you click Login with Google on a third-party site, your browser is redirected to Google. Google asks you to confirm you want to grant the site access, example, to your basic profile info. If you agree, Google sends back an authorization code to your browser. Your browser then exchanges this code with the third-party site for an access token. The site uses this token to access your Google profile info. Google never shares your password with the third-party site. Similar to OAuth, when you use OIDC, your browser goes to the identity provider like Google. After you authenticate with them, potentially using MFA, the IDP sends back an ID token and possibly an access token. The ID token contains verified information about you, like your name and email. The application uses this to identify you without needing your password. Authenticator apps like Google Authenticator, Microsoft Authenticator, or OAuth are fantastic for MFA. They generate time-based one-time passwords, TOT, that change every 30 to 60 seconds. You enter your password, and then the app code. This is generally more secure than SMS because it doesn't rely on the cell network, which can be subject to SIM swapping attacks. SMS-based MFA is common and convenient because most people have phones. The system sends a code to your registered phone number. However, as we mentioned, it's vulnerable to SIM swapping. Phone calls can also be used, where an automated system calls you and reads out a code. This is also less secure than authenticator apps. Hardware tokens, like YubiKeys, are excellent. They are small USB devices that generate OTPs or use FIDO to WebAuthn protocols. You plug it in, and it either generates a code or acts as a security key. They are very resistant to phishing and offer a high level of security. They are a great option for privileged accounts or users who handle sensitive data. Biometrics are becoming more integrated, especially on mobile devices and laptops. Using your fingerprint to unlock your phone to approve an MFA prompt is a common example. Face ID or Windows Hello are also great. The challenge, as we've discussed, is around privacy and what happens if that data is compromised. For now, it's best used as one factor in a strong MFA setup. When implementing SSO protocols like SAML, OAuth, and OIDC, security is paramount. For SAML, ensure proper signature validation and time synchronization. For OAuth OIDC, be vigilant about the redirect URIs, use PKCE for public clients, and always use HTTPS. Securely storing client secrets and ensuring proper scope management are also critical. The best practice is to always stay up to date with the latest security recommendations for these protocols. Your identity provider, whether it's Azure AD, Okta, Google Workspace, or something else, is the backbone of your SSO and MFA strategy. It's vital to secure this system with the highest level of protection. This means strong passwords, MFA for all administrators accessing the IDP itself, and regular audits of its configuration and access logs. If your IDP is compromised, your entire security model falls apart. Technology is only part of the solution. Your users are the first line of defense, or sometimes the weakest link. It's crucial to educate them on what MFA is, why it's necessary, how to use it effectively, and what to do if they encounter issues. Phishing awareness training is also key, especially since attackers will try to bypass MFA through social engineering or by tricking users into approving MFA prompts. An MFA fatigue attack, or MFA prompt bombing, is when an attacker repeatedly sends MFA requests to a user's device, hoping they'll eventually get frustrated and approve one just to make the notifications stop. Best practices include limiting the number of MFA prompts, requiring additional verification for repeated prompts, and educating users not to approve prompts they didn't initiate. What happens if a user loses their phone or hardware token? You need a robust recovery process. This could involve a temporary bypass code, an alternative MFA method, or a secure identity verification process with an administrator. Without a good recovery plan, users can get locked out, impacting business continuity. This process itself needs to be secure to prevent abuse. The right MFA factors depend on your environment. For highly sensitive data or privileged access, hardware tokens or dedicated authenticator apps are often preferred over SMS. For broad user populations, a balance of convenience and security, like a mobile authenticator app, is usually the sweet spot. Consider the risk profile of the user and the data they access. For OAuth and OIDC, watch out for authorization code interception. Use PKC redirect URI validation to prevent attackers sending users to malicious sites and secure storage of client secrets. Also, be mindful of token expiration and refresh token security. Overprivileged scopes are another risk. Only grant the absolute minimum access needed. When SSO works across different organizations, like logging into a partner portal with your company credentials, that's federated identity. SAML is a common protocol for this. It relies on trust relationships between an identity provider and service providers. Establishing and managing these trust relationships, including certificate management, is key to secure federation. The ultimate goal for many is true passwordless authentication. This leverages technologies like FIDO2, where you use a hardware key or biometrics to directly authenticate without ever needing a password. It's more secure and provides an even better user experience. We are seeing more adoption of this, and it's definitely an exciting area to watch. Alright, let's wrap this up. SSO makes life easier by letting you log in once. MFA makes your accounts way more secure by requiring multiple verification steps. Using them together, with the right protocols and best practices, creates a powerful defense against cyber threats while keeping your users happy. Remember to educate your users, secure your IDP, and choose the right factors for your needs. That's a wrap on our SSO and MFA session. I hope you found this helpful and feel more confident about implementing and understanding these crucial security concepts. If you have any questions, drop them in the comments below. Don't forget to like this video and subscribe for more cybersecurity insights. We'll see you in the next one. Thanks for watching. Subscribe to the CyberExplain channel. See you on the next video.